Hello everyone, welcome once again. Today we are going to study a new chapter of 7th standard, that is wind, storms and cyclones. So first of all we will start with air. What is air and what it is made up of? So air is basically, we can say, mixture of gases, and it is also invisible. We cannot see air in the surrounding. Now, composition of air is, for major gases, nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, and remaining are 0.93% argon, 0.04% carbon dioxide. And it also contains a variable amount of water vapor, on average around 1% at sea level and 0.4 over the entire atmosphere. Now let's talk about the different properties of air. Air around us exerts pressure. The air in our surrounding also exerts pressure. Air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. It can expand on heating and contract on cooling. Warm air rises up, whereas comparatively cooler air tends to sink towards the earth's surface. This we have talked about in a chapter where we have talked about sea bridge and land bridge. In the same chapter we have talked about the warm air, the air of the land becomes hot and rises up, and what happens, the air of the sea rushes to take the place of land air that is already vacuum, so it will make sea bridge flow. That is why we used to feel the breeze during day, it is cold, and at the night the land bridge will be hot. So this is also a phenomena in which we can define warm air rises up, whereas comparatively cool air tends to sink towards the earth's surface. As warm air rises, air pressure at that place is reduced. For example, this one is sand and this one is water. When sand gets heated faster as compared to water, the air will heat up and it will rise. Air will rise. Now, air of the water will take some time to get heat up, so it will rush and take the place of the land where the air has left it vacuum. So it will create low pressure at the sand. So this is low pressure, and here the pressure will be high. High pressure will be there and here pressure will be low. So warm air pressure at that place is reduced and the cooler air moves to the place. Now after that, wind. The moving air is called wind. Air moves from region of high pressure to the region of low pressure. We have talked about land and about sea. Similarly, the air of land get heated up and it is risen above. Here pressure will be low. Here the pressure is low, whereas the air of sea will take some time to get heated up. So here the pressure will be high. So pressure will come from high to low. So similarly, the region of high air pressure to region of low air pressure will be traveled. After that, types of wind. Wind currents. Wind currents are generated due to uneven heating of earth. The uneven heating of earth causes wind currents. Another one is thunderstorm. The storms with thunder and lightning along with the rain are called thunderstorm. Now, winds carrying water vapor bring rain. Water vapor. When the water body gets heated up, what will happen? From the water bodies, the water will get converted into vapor and it will rise. This phenomena is called evaporation. First of all, evaporation will take place. After that, this vapor will rise up and it will come in contact with cool air. So what will happen? This vapor will again convert into tiny water droplets. This is called condensation. This process is called condensation. When tiny water droplets combine to form large water droplets and it will fall on earth in the form of rain. This process is called precipitation. So these are the three processes that occurs during the rain. First one is evaporation, after that condensation, and the finally which brings rain is precipitation. So these three processes occurs during the formation of rain. Winds carrying water vapor brings rain. High speed winds and air pressure differences can cause cyclones. The difference in air pressure and high speed winds can also cause a cyclone. It has become easier to monitor cyclones with the help of advanced technology like satellites and radars. Earlier it was not, we cannot just have any idea about cyclones, upcoming cyclones. Now if we are having advanced technology, we can have idea of upcoming cyclones and we can just warn the peoples and the population of that area to vacate that area so that the cyclone should not harm the people. Self-help is the best help. Therefore, it is better to plan in advance and be ready with the defense against any approaching cyclone. So as we have talked about, if we are having advanced technology, we will be informed before the cyclone and we can make some arrangement for the people who are living in that specific area. We can just migrate those people from the area to the safer places. After that, the following flow chart will help you to understand the phenomena that lead to the formation of cloud and falling of rain and creation of storms and cyclones. So let's have a look of this flow chart that we can see. Here, difference of temperature between two regions. There will be difference between the temperature in two regions. It will result in the convection in air. The convection will take place in air. After that, how convection in air occurs? So when hot air in a region rises up, it will rise up and the pressure becomes low. As we have discussed in case of land bridge and sea bridge, when the hot air will rise up, it will be low pressure. As a result, the colder air fills its place. The colder air from as we have discussed about in land and sea. When the land will heat up, the air rises and the space will be vacant of the land air. Now the cool air from the sea will rush towards the land to take its place. So here pressure will be low and here pressure will be high. So this is what happens in this convection. After that, warm air rises creating a low pressure. Low pressure will be created in the area of warm air. Cool air converges to the low pressure area. From the high pressure to the low pressure, cool air will come to take its place. Now warm air rises, cools and the water vapor condenses to form clouds. Whenever the warm air rises up, it will come in contact with the atmosphere and it will cool down, and conversion of vapor into water is called condensation. So condensation will take place. After that, the bigger water drops in the cloud fall to the ground as rain, hail or snow. Rain is condition when the the tiny droplets will fall in the form of water, or we can say a liquid. After that, hail. Hail is with sub-freezing point of water and snow is freezing point. When the atmosphere will be very cool, it will form in form of snow. So that's what happened in case of rain. So that's all about this. I hope you like the video, and for more details stay connected to my channel. Thank you and have a good day to all of you.